Welcome to Odd Ifs, where we twist history with mind-bending what-ifs. Today's question is one that could have changed the course of music, fame, and even American culture itself. What if Elvis Presley never met Colonel Tom Parker? Imagine a world where the king of rock and roll never became a global icon, not because he lacked talent, but because he never found the man who turned him into a legend. Let's rewind to 1954. Elvis is just 19 years old, working as a truck driver in Memphis, recording songs at Sun Records for fun. He's got raw talent, but no direction, no spotlight, no plan. Enter Colonel Tom Parker, a Dutch-born carnival barker turned music manager with a nose for hype, a tongue like honey, and a hustle sharper than a switchblade. Parker becomes Elvis's exclusive manager in 1955. And from that moment on, everything changes. But here's our twist. What if Elvis never met Colonel Parker? Maybe he stays in Memphis, playing local gigs. Maybe he signs with someone less aggressive, or worse, someone greedy who ruins his image. Or maybe he never leaves Sun Records at all. Without Parker's relentless drive, Elvis might have remained a regional sensation, a southern blues rocker with a hip swing and a dream. No RCA deal, no national tour, no Heartbreak Hotel breaking records in 1956. And without that breakout year, rock and roll evolves differently. Chuck Berry still gets big. Little Richard dominates the stage. But there's no Elvis to bridge black R&B with white pop audiences. No Elvis to shock parents and electrify teens. Rock and roll doesn't die, but it stalls. It never becomes the cultural force that defines the late 50s and paves the way for the British invasion. The Beatles may still form, but would they have had Elvis to idolize? Would John Lennon have written "Come Together" as a tribute to someone else? Would Jim Morrison have called himself a rock god? Would Hendrix have picked up a guitar? All of this hinges on one man, Colonel Parker. He didn't just manage Elvis, he built him. He booked him on TV, got him movie roles, made sure his face was everywhere, even pushed Elvis into the army, turning him into an all-American boy during the Korean War era. Without Parker, Elvis may have never gone Hollywood. No Jailhouse Rock, no Vegas comeback. And what about the music? Elvis helped define the sound of early rock, with gospel roots, country twang, and blues soul. Without Parker pushing him toward pop radio, Elvis might have stayed closer to his original sound. More Sam Cooke, less Teen Idol. That means Motown may have taken over earlier. Stax Records might have filled the void. And the whole trajectory of crossover music changes. Even fashion feels the shift. No Elvis leather jacket, no greaser look dominating youth culture. Instead, clean-cut crooners rule the charts, and rock and roll stays underground longer. And then there's the biggest ripple of all. What if Elvis never died so soon? Because here's the dark side of the Colonel. Over the years, Parker isolated Elvis, controlled every decision, kept him dependent, booked endless tours and bad movies, gave him pills to stay awake, then pills to sleep. Some say Parker destroyed Elvis, slowly, systematically. So, in this alternate timeline, what if Elvis never met Parker? Maybe he avoids the burnout, avoids the addiction, avoids the isolation. Maybe Elvis lives longer. Maybe he ages gracefully. Maybe he becomes the Frank Sinatra of rock, respected, wealthy, and creatively fulfilled. Or maybe he fades away quietly, content with a modest life, never becoming a myth, but also never becoming a tragedy. Either way, the Elvis we know, the rise, the fall, the legacy, never happens the same way. One meeting changed everything. So what do you think? Was Colonel Parker Elvis's greatest asset or his worst enemy? Drop your thoughts below. And if you loved this strange detour into music history, smash that like button, subscribe to what-ifs, and hit the bell so you never miss another bizarre what if.